Imagine a student sitting down for the new 2026 TOEFL Writing section. They throw everything they have at the prompt, deploying massive paragraphs, advanced vocabulary, and dense, highly detailed arguments. And they hit submit. But instead of a top mark, they get slapped with a 3.0 out of 5. Lies entirely on rapid-fire, short-form tasks evaluated directly by an AI. This creates what we call the complexity trap. Students assume that writing more words and thicker details will result in a higher score. In reality, under the new algorithm, complexity actively destroys your score. Let's look at a real example of how this happens by breaking down a response to the new write an email task. In this scenario, your club rented a van, the heater was broken, and it arrived late. The prompt gives you 3 simple instructions: state the issue, describe the problems, and ask for a 50% refund. Our hypothetical student wrote a draft that hit every single one of those points. They explained the late arrival, mentioned the cold van, and asked for the money. But the AI grading algorithm is strictly mechanical. Fulfilling the narrative requirements is completely meaningless if the underlying structure of your text fails. When the algorithm reads this email, it isn't evaluating the creativity of your idea, it is scanning for mechanical stability. Look at the middle of the draft. They packed all their arguments into one massive 40-word sentence. The student tried connecting 2 distinct thoughts using nothing but a comma. This is a comma splice. Structurally, the sentence cannot support its own weight. When the algorithm detects a structural failure like this, it assumes the entire paragraph lacks coherence. That single punctuation error triggers a severe cascade of point deductions. And the AI doesn't stop at the macro level. It aggressively hunts for micro-mechanic errors scattered throughout the text. Dropping an article acts like a tripwire. Instead of the issue with the van, they wrote issue with van, leaving an empty gap. Then the wrong verb tense, fell instead of fall, and a lowercase I chip away at the final grade. If you want proof of how strictly ETS enforces these rules, look at the new Build a Sentence task. It operates on a 0 partial credit policy. You either place every single word and punctuation mark perfectly, or you get a 0. So your core defensive strategy has to change. To protect your points, you have to strip away the complex modifiers and intentionally build short, mathematically flawless sentences. Let's apply this strategy and rescue our students' 3.0 draft in real time. First, we take that sprawling 40-word run-on and apply hard punctuation. We chop it into 3 separate, highly stable blocks. Next, we clean up the micromechanics. We add missing articles, correct verb tenses, and capitalize pronouns. Now, look at the 2 versions side by side. The 5.0 rewrite isn't longer. We didn't inject any profound insights or advanced vocabulary. We simply gave it perfect structural integrity. This exact strategy of prioritizing accuracy over length scales up to every single writing task you will face on the 2026 test. Grammar rules are not stylistic suggestions. They are the mathematical foundation of the grading algorithm. Prioritizing absolute precision over complexity is the only guaranteed way to secure a top score.